Okay, we've got green lights up, so hopefully that means thank you very much. Just let us know that you can hear us, and I'll get out your way. Have I got the, I think I've got the reading one. That's good. Lucy. That's in case that's so many wires. So many pens.
These are all unusual. I have found so we filmed at that match. But we cut in to Nicky Law being part of the coach of the non-party things. So he was the coach for both matches, and he waited in both matches. But you need to be eagle-eyed to spot that. Yeah. So, well, I mean, you couldn't ever say word Nicky Law. No. So what about to have a big issue? It was a warm-up match for the newly invented Anglo Italian box because the inventor was Swindon was alright, but was entitled to go to Europe. So whoever it was, the league or whatever, the invented the Anglo Italian. How are we doing? And they were involved and they had a walk so it wasn't the Italian team. It was an Italian team, was friendly. I was just in the league, so it
We're quite busy tonight.
Hang on, there's seats at the back if there's no seats. Billy Stewart, Jamie, that's the playoff final at Wembley in 1995. Billy Stewart, he played 2 games for us, and he wouldn't have brought the one in against Northampton a few weeks earlier.
Yeah, I've got a girl on the phone. She's like that. Then it sets her up this night. Spent an hour on Monday for a goal. Just feels set her off.
Which hotel is in Hatfield. No, I know. Jamie was saying they stayed in the Swiss hotel and everything.
Next week. And you know, I'm getting well, yeah. Anyway, so that's happening. So how you do rate it was lost emotion. Now ready. Yeah, to go in.
No, I know. You have to have films and develop it. That's the shit, isn't it?
That's what we have to have.
It is, yeah. I like that. The one with the bus.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you still got the negatives? Yeah. So, yeah. Because you've got the negative, you've got a negative scanner. Gives a little bit better.
Yeah, well, you're not going to get brown.
Yeah, I know. Well, I was on feet. I went to Bradford, whatever it was, to the Film and Photo Museum, which they're reopening. It's still not fully open, but they got an old camera thing. And the first camera I had wasn't a Montblanc, Kodak grey one that stood up, looked like it. But they got one of those in. I was unfeasibly excited. I'm not an excited sort of bloke, but I was unfeasibly excited because I had probably 8 or 9 or 10. And it was exactly the same. And, you know, I took quite a few
about that.
Yeah, it's Billy Stewart. Billy Stewart's a giveaway.
Yeah.
Because he only played 2 games.
Oh, he did he? I thought of it. Oh, Cup's there and all.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Oh, dear. There's chairs at the back, Darren, if you need some. Not many. I can never quite figure out where all the tables and chairs go from one day to the next.
It's nothing to do, and I was talking about sexting as well, but that is nothing to do with it. Yeah.
Is that the tactics board?
I did 11 to 1.
No.
You need to see it.
Arousal affect performance.
And then inverted, yeah.
I can associate with the diagram on the far right.
Performance drop. Catastrophe theory.
Look at that. Crikey. There's nobody under 16 in here, are there? It is the appointed hour. Are we?
We are on.
We are on.
Oh, yeah.
Done.
Yeah. People.
So I know none of you believe it, particularly Ian. You're all right. Well, yeah, I know nobody will believe it, but it is November. Where's it's gone? And the Christmas stuff's in at Tesco's. So
for 2 months.
yeah, no. In Claycross Tesco, it was Halloween stuff, and you know, and but I was quite surprised the day after Halloween. I went in and it was Christmas stuff in there. So there you go. So yes, November. God, my word, it soon comes up on you. We haven't had a committee meeting since the last time because we had that just before the last drop-in in October. And we last time round talked about a few things. We talked about the fair game, loyalty scheme for away tickets, which we said that the forum had put as its number one priority for the club to note from a supporter perspective. How did we do today, which I know certainly was on the match I looked for it, and hopefully will continue. I don't know. Have we had what home games have we had since summer? We're talking about them in a bit. Fleetwood. How was the water? Was it still very hot?
It's still very hot. Yeah.
Okay.
And I'd St. Peter message, but it's still very hot.
And various other things. They'll be all passed on to the club for the next committee meeting, which is the pre-Swindon game, I think.
I couldn't remember whether it was Swindon.
But before we formally kick off, start with some sad news, really, because it will be Lucy's last meeting because she's moving over the other side of the Pennines. So I have to say that we were all a little bit sceptical when the club said, "Oh, we're going to put a supporter liaison officer in one of the staff," because we all thought it might suit an independent a little bit better. But I have to say, Lucy's done a fantastic job getting the ambassadors going, getting the things with the kids particularly, and she's going to be very, very difficult to replace. In fact, you know, she may well be irreplaceable. Who knows? So, and you know, that's from somebody who was not the appointment of the person, but of the role being within the club. I did think it could be made to work, but it's worked.
Yeah, it's been part of the job that has been most rewarding for me. I've absolutely loved. I've absolutely loved introducing it. I've loved introducing it, going back into the EFL and making sure not only are we compliant, but we're above what we have to do. And I've thoroughly enjoyed it. It's been a really rewarding part of my role at the club. But yeah, it is. I'm relocating, so I've taken a new role in Manchester. So I'm moving to Manchester in the long term. But
So when's your last day at the club?
Saturday.
Accrington
The home game, yeah. But I'll still be back. Still be back for home games. I'm definitely going to Crewe as well. So can't get rid of that.
Well, as if not nearer now, that one, isn't it? Yeah. So no, fantastic job, and certainly, you know, the doubts that I had about where the position sat have gone away. And I know it's about the person. I know the right person's going to do the right job. So, you know, the next person who comes along might be in the club and not do the right job. Who knows, you know, but we're, the thing is, we've got a peg in the ground now. And I hope that from this forum's perspective, we don't let that peg slip. Sorry, say?
Big shoes to step
in. Yeah. So there we go. Right. Okay. So what matches have we had since the last one? You'd think I'd be doing sort of check-in and everything like that. Salford at home.
Stevenage away.
Stevenage.
Away.
That didn't exist. Colchester didn't exist.
Fleetwood,
Colchester, Fleetwood. Yeah, I think Bromley.
Salford.
Is it four? Just Colchester, Salford, Stevenage, Fleetwood, not in that particular order.
Yeah.
Tranmere, yes, good point. Yeah. So let's start off with issues, if there were any, good or bad. Any of the. We'll start with the away matches. So we've probably had Burton in the cup as well, haven't we? Yeah, Burton. So Colchester, apart from what went on from 3 o'clock onwards, any issues there? Everything all right on True Blue? I mean, Colchester's there weren't many there. There's plenty of room in the stadium. There wouldn't have been any internal issues, I don't think. No. Good, because it's a really windy day, wasn't it? Good fan zone there.
It's really massive outside. It's where the chippy is and the
Oh,
stadium and the screen is. But it wasn't popular because
it was really windy, wasn't it? Really windy. So no issues at Colchester and everything. Okay with the coach getting back and everything. Yeah. So Tranmere away. Oh yes, via Derby, I believe.
M1 South.
Took us 3 hours to get there, didn't it?
Tranmere away, a strange route. 3:20 was it? Somebody told me it was 3 hours 20 minutes.
We went M1 South,
Yeah.
38, and then
Yeah.
all that way.
Stoke and no, somebody said to me, he said, which way do you think we went? I said, well, I don't know. He said, well, we started off on the M1 South. But, oh, right.
At one point, we thought he got mixed up and we were going to Stevenage, didn't we?
Oh, we got the week
We
early.
were on M1 South.
We came back the right way, didn't we? But
Coach 1 did. Coach 2 was by Glossy.
what is it? Sheffield.
Very scenic on that one.
But it's like, what is wrong with aiming for the air?
Yeah. So somebody who was on the other coach that came back the right way said he'd had a word with the driver. It took 2 hours 10 minutes on the way back.
Yeah.
So 3:20 going, no stops.
Fine.
No, it was
Was it a regular driver?
No.
No, it
I don't think he could drive.
He was
I see him all the way
replacement.
from the stadium.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you were trying to get him away.
But better than the Harrogate
And then he
driver.
nearly run me over and I nearly lost me.
He's been called in, hasn't he? He said that he's.
He had one job to do.
Couldn't stand him, could he?
Yes.
He was terrible.
Oh,
Well,
dear.
we reckon he would put it on.
Did they both go the same way? Did they go in convoy?
No, they coached too.
So we-
Yeah, we went the same way going.
Yeah.
Like Portvale and Stoke and places. But coming back, bus 2 went before bus 1.
Yeah.
And he went fire everywhere.
Well, yeah.
Wales bus.
Was it a white bus?
Yeah.
Yeah, he had to go at us. Policeman, we were putting his policeman said, come on, because
He
we've
was
got a
crackers.
flashing.
Yeah, both
And we
were.
went past, and he pulled out in front of us, so Dean slammed brakes on, and he was going out to him, and he went,
Have we made comment to the operators about his?
Yeah.
I've told
Yeah.
Margaret because
Okay.
he nearly run me over.
Yeah.
In it, but in it, it's like,
Well, he tried to pull out on coach 2 at one point.
yeah,
So
they pulled
coach
straight in
2
front
got
of the
the pedal
policeman
weighted,
saying,
got
come on.
rid of the drivers.
Jason.
Yeah.
Obviously, that was successful. The biggest surprise, you must have set off early because you were there well in time, weren't you?
Oh, yeah.
So, a 3 hours, 20 minutes, you're still there on time. I suppose you didn't stop for 45 minutes. Did you? That makes a difference. But everything else at Tranmere, okay? I mean,
I emailed them because they were so nice and
Yeah.
kind to my husband because
Yeah.
he was on crutches. I actually emailed your counterpart
Nina,
to
yeah.
thank
Nina,
they,
yeah,
they
yeah.
had they had the similar here to help people, and
Yeah.
they were so kind.
I didn't deal with Nina this year, but I did last year, and
Yeah,
she was
they
terrific.
were really good.
So it's one of the best SLOs by a
Yes.
mile in the league,
Yes.
which is why last season I went to spend the fixture with them and saw what they do. They have 2 here to help, but one's dedicated to away fans. And that's where I learned a lot of the things that we've put in, like handing the team sheets out to kids and various parts. They haven't got the best facilities, but the people there are really, really good.
Yeah. No, well, I said I didn't use them this year because Sylvia didn't go, but last year they were fantastic. There's no question about that. And Stevenage, apart from the pricing.
We actually had a good driver, didn't we? Stephen.
Woman.
Probably the best one.
Was it just one bus to Stevenage?
One bus, yeah.
One true blue,
Yeah, one True Blue. Yeah. And no time because it was that was a 10:30 set off, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
So you'll stop on the way down
No, we didn't.
because you could do it in 2.5 hours. There's not
Yeah.
necessarily a need to
2.5
stop,
hours.
but very often they do stop
We
because
kept
they get a
mixing
free
accidents,
snack.
didn't we? So we didn't stop. We come all the way through because we got held up in the 3 times.
When Kevin goes away, we have to keep going.
Yeah, right, okay. And I have to say, I didn't see. I mean, I parked round the back and walked to the front. I didn't see any fan zone at all. There was there not a fan zone. I didn't spot one. I mean, there's not much footprint to put one on, really, to be honest. So I didn't see one.
There's nothing in the away guide either about fan zone.
No, I didn't see anything.
No, but they've got a decent sort of club bar, haven't they?
And yet the people were allowed in there.
Because it probably negates it.
Because there's nothing close to it, is there really?
No, it's lots of sort of council estates.
Yeah. Did they drop you at the ground?
We're right next to the way.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Right next to you. And did they park there as well? Well, they stayed there. Yeah. Because I know a lot of the car parks had to come under a tunnel and all sorts of stuff. Did anybody use that car park and come under the tunnel?
It's good because it's free. It's quite big as well. It's just under.
Oh, is it? All
It's
right.
free.
Okay. All right. Right.
It did good since.
Yeah, because I can understand sometimes people be a bit wary on going in a tunnel and everything like that. I know away games, but there were no home fans there anyway, were there? Really. So all good at Stevenage.
Yeah.
On there. Home games then. We'll start with the Burton Cup one because that was a bit different. Everything okay? Yeah. Well, there were only 3 men and 2 dogs there anyway, weren't there? So, yeah. Salford and Fleetwood, same. And we've not got our car park experts here, have we, today?
No.
Yeah, so no issues with any of those? No, good. I mean, they both bought a relatively small amount of away supporters, didn't they? So.
4 people, 60 foot in the air.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes.
Yes.
Oh, yes, it was a Salford one, wasn't it? Yeah. That got an unfeasible amount of coverage, didn't it? Go on. Yeah.
I did have a problem with the parking, but they sorted it really quickly because we've got a disabled bay and somebody come in with a zoned disabled bay and parked in our spot, not realising that they are allocated numbers and we had to get them out from the ground. But it was sorted really quickly, but he hadn't realised that he wasn't supposed to, thought he could just park anywhere. But it was fine.
That's maybe the stewards maybe need to make sure that they're telling people a little bit more clearly then.
Yes, I think so.
Yes, a friend of mine had an issue at the Fleetwood
communication.
game on parking.
Because when you went to back at it, they told you which bay.
Oh, they almost pointed me to it, didn't they? Yeah. So,
Yeah. No, the issue on home parking pre-match I think it gets a little bit difficult when people arrive later than you would normally do for the parking. I don't think there's a problem if you arrive at 2 o'clock or 2:15. But my friend arrived at 10 to 3 when everybody was in, parked in what looked like a spot, was told you can't park there, and then there were issues. And he raised his voice, and he's admitted to that a little bit. But really, if you come in late, whoever's on the gate should be telling you what to do, rather than leave you to when you're looking round to try and find something. And he wasn't particularly enamoured with the response he got, because it was a little bit, well, if you don't like it, give you a ticket back type of thing, which he was surprised at as a sponsor of the club and various other bits and bobs. So, but he admits he might not have always helped himself. So there was a bit of various sort of things, and but that the only thing is that, and it's only that one, is late arrivals for there ought to be
Time,
either a time or a procedure. What do you do with, because sometimes if you can't help it, you can't help it getting in there late. There ought to be latecomers, this is what you do. It doesn't matter where you go there. It doesn't matter what zone you're in.
I know it's very hard, but sometimes I think you should stop taxis coming down when everybody's going out.
Yeah.
And taxis are coming down.
This is after the match.
Yeah. Oh, they clog it all up, and so
And they just
people
block
trying to
everything
get
up.
out.
Because they just stop outside the main doors without.
Yeah.
They do.
Do we not have somebody on the
Everybody's
gate
trying to get up.
immediately after the match?
No.
No. All
But
right.
it's a bit of an issue because I'm always going right
Hmm.
and everybody else is always going left. So then I go up the middle because there's space for 2 cars at the end, one to go left and one to go right. But then if a taxi comes down,
Yes.
it just stops because the people filter from both the left and the right. With 8,000 people trying to empty out a stadium, it's never going to
No.
streamlined. But when a taxi
And the last
comes
thing that
down,
you want
it's
is
difficult.
a vehicle coming in the opposite direction to what people are walking.
I mean,
That's
like I
a
say,
recipe for disaster, isn't
I think we
it?
just need
they
somebody on
have
there going.
been. I mean, there is people sort of not necessarily on the gate let people in, but they sort of filter because they have the cones up.
Yeah.
Across the zebra crossing and try and stop people from coming round one way because they're trying to filter people to go out the back way, but a lot of people still queue to go out the front. But it swings and roundabouts.
Yeah, there's still a bit of confusion about when, and I always arrive very early, but there's confusion about the cones being on the left-hand side now, and you have to go all the way around that. And then people are still coming out that, no, you go out the other way.
Yeah.
There's a lot of confusion about, well, there's not many people about at that time.
No.
So-
I'm going to say, we have to
come early.
Right, we come early.
Yeah.
We've been parking in the same place, we're
Yeah,
parking for, I don't know,
ages. Yeah.
right? And it makes us go right round.
Yeah.
We sit there.
We sit there for a couple of minutes and he's letting folk through.
Yeah.
And then let them through.
And it's not only players, it's
Yeah.
anybody.
And I said to him one day, why are you letting them through and we have to go right round? And he says, I didn't know we parked there.
I mean, same bloke on
Same
gate.
fella on gate for how long?
Yeah.
And next week still make us go right round.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. And to be honest, if everybody goes all the way around, that's fine, isn't it? It's just that when there's I'll let you.
Players come in
Players and,
and
yeah,
do it, but
they come through, that's fine. But
I think he lets his friends go through.
It took him 6 times to read names on the passes before he found mine.
I must admit.
No.
It's a very stressful day, especially when everybody else is stressed because they're trying to park.
Yes.
It's definitely a difficult role to have on a match day.
Yeah, it is. There's no question about it. But I think of those, it's the taxis after the match that are because you are getting a vehicle coming down in the opposite direction to people.
That's it. They're coming in when everybody's trying to.
And the fact of the matter is, the safety people say you can't move when you're in the car park, but when you're nearly in the car park, you can move. It's either, it's an all or nothing. We have talked in the past about probably putting taxis on the slip road, down to John Pye, Tesco's and everything. Cars go out that way now, don't they?
Well, it's
But-
difficult because it's not a public road, it's Tesco's
Yeah.
road, so we should only actually use it for coaches. We do like a few,
Yeah,
but ultimately, as soon as coaches have gone, the student
yeah,
guys
shut.
is to
index.
Yeah.
So
But if a
it's
taxi
a
comes,
free
if a taxi comes and waits on that road
yeah,
post match, nobody's going to send it because there's no
no,
passing
but then
traffic.
it's relying on Stuart being there to tell the taxi to come down, and as
Yeah.
soon as coach are released up, they still just stood down in
Yeah.
effect because
Yeah.
I feel like I might be wrong, but I thought this has come up before about taxis entering the ground after the match. And I thought an instruction had been broadcast or given previously that said if you arrive by taxi, that taxi will not be allowed onto the ground to pick you up after the match. I'm sure this has been said before.
I don't remember it, but I'm not saying it hasn't because we've said a lot of stuff.
To be fair, a lot of the taxis are getting there at 5:30, so most of the traffic has gone.
The R5's
not all the traffic's gone, and it does still because people are still trying to go up two abreast to get out.
It's the time, assuming the match finishes at nominally 10 to 5.
Yeah,
It's a 10 to 5 to 10 past 5 that's the issue, isn't it? It's not beyond that because there's not hordes of people kicking around. You know, I worked at a school a few years ago, and we used to have people coming with their cars in and parking in the coach park where buses reversed, and you got hundreds of kids finding the mums and dads and grandmas and granddads in a thing where buses were reversing. And people went berserk with me. I said, right, it's a bus park. We're not having any cars in it. But within 3 weeks, everybody had found a new routine, and we stopped the danger element from happening. And that's what it is. It's a danger element. A car coming towards people. And then, you know, who knows? You get somebody who gets a bit frustrated and then does something stupid, a la Morecambe or wherever it was. You know, you need somebody to get a little bit frustrated, or even just slip on the accelerator when there's people 2 yards in front of them. You know, there's all sorts of things that can happen. I think we ought to get the stadium staff looking at that. I think, and if there is an order out there, reiterating it.
It must have been at an away ground because I definitely remember it being.
Yeah.
Did you not have an arrangement with Screwfix or the
place
across the road just for taxis?
Do they put people on their gate before?
No, it's free parking at
It's free
Screw
parking
over there. Totally free parking. No time
You
limit.
could just
no
say.
Go in
all
there.
taxis
Taxi
park
pick up
across the
there.
road.
Yeah.
It's one for speaking to Pete about as well. So I think a lot of the taxis also access people who can't. Walk.
Yes. Good point.
But I think Pete will be able to find some solution. Even if we say you can stay seated in the car for 20 minutes after, and then we'll. But I think it needs a discussion with Pete.
I think it does. Yeah. Well, that's useful. That said, the day will come that they'll put somebody on there. I mean, it used to when the Aquarius was the gym, they put people on, didn't they, and everything like that. So, right, okay, that's the main home match scenario. Right, any fresh things that we want to bring up? Ooh, anybody brought anything up on?
No, just somebody said that about the car park that the bollards were down. So a lot of cars were going out that way, and then they were put up whilst there were still cars queuing to go out that way. So then they had to come and join the back of the queue round this way. And so
I can give an overview of some things that we've got in place.
Yes, please, Lucy, go for it.
Colouring competitions are back in the shop.
Yep, saw that the other day.
Will, who's the unofficial head champ, when I'm not here, Will sort of head up that team on a match day. He's a digital marketing student with Hallen, but he's looking for a bit more experience, so that's why he volunteers with us. Competitions. So we've got November's in the shop at the moment. We're presenting the winner of October's a prize in the dugout at half time on Saturday. I've got December's design printed, so all that needs to happen is that can just be popped in the shop. But it's just a fun little competition.
Yeah, no, it's good.
To get involved in. Yard ball challenge is getting introduced this weekend.
Oh, tell us what that is.
There's been a bit of an issue with the penalty shootout. It needs a new backing. It's hard for people to score on it, so that's been tough. So we put the goalkeepers in.
Yeah.
Then with bad weather predicted, obviously we're coming into winter. It's always a bit of a safety thing about whether we put it up or whether we don't. So we've got some. I don't know how else to describe them other than balls on a string, but it's a kicky up trainer almost. So I partnered with Yardball, they'll provide the prize. So they're a football challenge.
Oh, yard ball is it's not a game, it's a
No, it's a place.
operation.
Place
Yeah.
in Sheffield where you go and kick the ball into the holes. I think Pippa's been.
Oh, right. Is that in one of the old warehouse type things?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's I describe it as it's similar to mini golf when you go and play mini golf in an evening, but it's football challenges, crossbar challenge, measures the speed of how fast you've kicked it.
Yeah.
Like,
So will that be and the speed and the blow up or depending on circumstance on weather?
So it's just going to be the oddball challenge moving forward. Apart from big games where we can do both if the weather's fine.
Yes.
But you can also move this challenge around so we can go directly to the North Stand and do it there. We don't need electric or anything like that. So all winners will be put into a hat and the winner will be drawn.
Oh, super.
Presented at half time. We've got, I don't know what it is, but I'm going to go pick it up from Yardball tomorrow, some sort of Fomex. It's like a fake check, do you know, when you do the big checks, but I think it's a football. So then each week family will get a ticket to go to Yardball.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, super.
And what else have we put in place?
And so where's that going to be set up opposite the fan zone?
It's mobile, so we can just walk around with the ball.
Right,
yeah.
okay. Oh,
So
right.
we
You
just
can
walk
go
around
to the
everywhere.
fans.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Another thing.
We have to get one of the lads to do some video of that so people can.
I put one on social media yesterday. With
Oh, right.
George.
Okay.
I got all the players doing keep-ups, which was quite entertaining.
Oh, right.
So
I'll look
we
for that.
edited that. Went live last night, I would say. What else have we got? We've had another volunteer addition recently. What else have we done? I've been doing loads of stuff. So Remembrance fixture, yes.
As it was against Accrington last season when we got stuffed 3-0 and they had 23% of possession.
But we're not wearing white.
No, we're not wearing white. Have we had poppies on the shirts? Do we know if we've got poppies on the shirts? Yeah.
They're being
Auctioned off, same as last time. Yeah. All right, so that's I think it's going to be fairly similar to last time's events. It was great to see the ones at Stevenage because they've not got a home game for some time. But I have to say, I think what we get here was a little bit more impressive than what we saw at Stevenage. No disrespect to them, but I think you can see that it's seen on a different level here, isn't it? Really. So, and if you've not noticed in the Memorial Garden a week or two ago, Ian, who's just nipped out the room, put up the silhouettes of the two Tommies, and he's put a Lest We Forget Poppy in the middle of them this week. Monday, was it? Monday or Tuesday? It's this week anyway. Looks super. So if you you'll see it if you're going out that way on the way out. So and while we're on that, the service is 1:30 on Monday. So it's Monday the 10th because there's a game on the 11th. So players and staff will be there 1:30 Monday, Memorial Garden. So it'd be nice to see as many people as we can there for that. Last time when you weren't here, it was noted that there were still quite a few of the posters for the World Record effort that were up that had gone. So no doubt being replaced.
I was going to say, I don't know where, because we went round those concourses. It took us about an hour to go through all the concourses because they're stuck on the back of every toilet door.
There were a lot,
and you just don't realise how many toilet doors are on until you go in like this on every single one. We went round and took all of those down and replaced them. The feedback posters went up. We've had 4 responses, but nothing major. But
they're there. Yeah. The thing is, they're there.
The option.
The Makaton post. Was it that goal? So that was up on it was up on the wall because this woman and me were talking about it when we were waiting for the toilet.
We had brilliant feedback from that.
Yeah.
We didn't charge for the penalty shootout. Instead, somebody had to learn "Hello, my name is Lucy" or whatever sign. And so we gave them a prize at half time. Everything ran the same. But we went round teaching kids signs rather than just giving them a sticker.
Yeah.
But the feedback was brilliant. I even did it to it was Fleetwood, was it? That were playing?
Yeah, Fleetwood, I think.
I even went to the away fans and they taught me some signs. We learned cheeky monkey.
Right.
But I like the fact that there was posters up with the signs on it to teach you how to do.
Yeah, one of the, because I think the alphabet in British Sign Language and Makaton's the same, isn't it? A, B, C, they're the same. One of the things we're talking about in the North Stand when we get round to dressing those up, will be have a board on with the alphabet of BSL stroke Makaton on there. You can get emoji type of things that are nice and clean on the rod, take a photograph of somebody doing it. Because so much you can't do because there's that with that goal, it's got movement in it. You can't put that on a photo. But at least if people learn A to Z, they can do anything. And skilled users, when they're spelling it out, they'll guess the word halfway through. So they cut short a lot of the conversations because people know what it is that they're going to say.
There are lots of signs in it that I got quite a bit of experience years ago of Makaton, when I was young, and there are lots of symbols and signs that you can get. Some of them might be quite childlike. Mr. Tumble does Makaton.
Well, a friend of mine who's got a Down syndrome man now, he said the most important person in his development was Mr. Tumble.
He honestly taught one of my boys.
What's his first name? Justin Fletcher, isn't it? Justin Fletcher. So wonderful.
I shared it with somebody. The SLOs have a chat for every club up to the championship, and there's a few in National League who have dropped out but kept their SLO. And they said, does anybody have the facility to show BSL on the scoreboard as well? So I sent them the photos of that. Yeah. And then I said, actually, it's a part of a huge project that we've done, including Makaton, and I showed them the posters, the programme, some videos of people doing it, and the feedback from everybody. I think we must be the most
the leaders,
with it, because everybody said how incredible it was.
Well, the BSL on the screen using children, we were the first people to use children. Arsenal are quite good at it, but hey, they, £10 million is a drop in the ocean, isn't it, for them to do something? But certainly in the EFL, I think we're at the top of the tree on that sort of thing. So, and have redone all of the BSL signs as well.
Yeah, it was
a couple of weeks ago.
I got shown up by all the children. I felt like they were speaking fluently, and I was just broken in my marathon. It was good to see.
Yeah. Okay. So yard ball, Makaton day went well. Any more loose? You could come back if you sort of think of it. Has anybody thought about it? Yeah, you're Dillish. You look as though you're going to say something sensible, which I've never seen you look like that before.
My brother-in-law had a word with John Crew because there's still out-of-date posters in South Stand concourse.
It's not world record, in fact. Another 750 you've not found.
£15 for a meal, and it says, so if they are there and I want a meal, can I have it for £15? And it's 20.
Oh, for this season, for hospitality. £15. And I did notice along the line, we mentioned it last time, that there was still a little bit slow changing the next fixture sign.
Very. It was, I think it was the Thursday.
I think they need to give one person that job on it. Yeah. And there's no reason you can't do it at the end of a Saturday, is there? There's no reason you can't do it at the end of a match day. Why not? Last thing you do before you go home. Yeah, because I'm sure you don't think on Monday, we need to get one printed. So, all right. So, out to date food offers. Yeah. Where were they? South Stand.
Would you specify that those are for food as well, please? Because
other people might be responsible for that.
But when the volunteers go round, we go off what the date is. So if the date has passed, then we.
Right. So there's no date on it.
Yeah, then it's because they're not here and they're not in the club. We don't always world record. We could take those down.
Yeah, because it's just a date. Yeah.
If it's an event.
If it's just 50 quid and you don't know it's not 15 quid.
Yeah. So
good point. Yeah. Okay.
Last season they did advertise Spring Fair a fortnight after it had happened on tellies.
On the tellies?
A fortnight after. I didn't mention it, but at the time.
See, the
Christmas fair coming up. That should be this weekend.
The fixtures board could be a problem this week.
Why?
Because we've got the fixture on Tuesday at home.
All right, that might never appear.
And that's it, if it doesn't get changed.
We've only known we were going to play Liverpool for about 8 weeks.
I'll have a question on, I didn't come to the Burton game, because it wasn't available on Sky, I watched for free. But how our tickets were sold everybody were all sat at that end, weren't they?
I'll take your word for it. Yeah, where I'm sitting, you can't see where people are
Well,
sitting.
they were all sat at that end, and there were about half a dozen Burton fans at
Yeah.
that end, where they were. But I'm guessing they were sold like that.
Yeah.
And behind dugouts and up further up stand, they were empty.
Yeah.
Well, when we were going for a conference, I had into the season ticket, right? They were just to release better tickets the later you waited for your tickets. When they were selling at North, when they were selling at North.
Yeah.
Stand at this end. If you bought a building on it, you'd be sitting this block and that block.
Yeah.
If you waited a bit longer, you know, next block up, next
Yeah.
block. And it looked like they were doing the same against Burton.
Yeah. Well, it's about stewarding
It
that.
looks like that's what they've done.
Yeah.
So if you'd have waited later in the week, you could have got a better seat.
Yeah.
If you'd have bought it a week or a fortnight before.
Well, that's about organising
Now,
stewards.
that can't be a good idea.
It's about organising stewards, that, because if you sell every block, you've got to have stewards in every block.
Well, that's what they tried to say, yeah.
Well, that's a legal requirement. It's not trying to say.
So that Burton game, obviously they were in Little East, and then because it wasn't that popular, if you open Little East, it is a cost to the club. So that's why they ended up in West. So I don't think it really allocated seating as such. But yeah, they sell it block by block. As soon as you open a block up, you have to have statutory stewards. So it is a cost, and it costs.
But there were eventually still people sat in on them, all in them, littered about here, there, and everywhere. So people weren't actually sticking to the seats. So we weren't saying you've got to sit exactly where they're told, where you sold the seats.
Can't they start from middle and go
Although
out?
you don't know that because you're watching it on telly.
Well, yes.
Yeah. But yeah.
You could tell that.
Well, a lot of the middle blocks, it'll be Comps and Plate and
Yeah.
Chesterfield.
Yeah, and they to release those because
No,
in front of the comfy
that's better,
seats,
yeah.
there's only 6 or 7 or 8 rows in front of the comfy seats, so you wouldn't release that as a block.
No, yeah.
But there were none behind dugouts or anything like that.
No, because there's only 6 or 7 rows, isn't there, before the comfy seats?
I don't know.
Yeah.
there is.
Yeah. And so there were quite a few in hospitality, I think, weren't there? Because it was only 15 quid or something, wasn't it? So there were quite a few.
We're up front at stock seats, we're well, so there's only a few in front.
Yeah, there's not very many rows in front.
But that does lead me on to my next question, because one or two have been saying all about Doncaster,
Yeah.
all at North Stand for
Yeah.
the cup match.
Yes. I assume they will.
Got to, 'cause it's 15%.
Well, if they want it, you've got to release it, haven't you?
You don't want 50%.
But all the season ticket holders are well aware that in the event of an FA Cup match and the away team wanting it, they will be relocated.
Yeah, we will look after them. We are very,
They know that when they bought
Yeah.
it, didn't they?
we will move them to
Well,
an
actually,
appropriate
well, actually,
area.
I'm a North Stand season ticket holder, and you just go and you pay your money the same as everybody else, and nobody actually says that as a cup match comes along, there's no written down says your seat will be moved to somewhere else.
We can add that into a policy, but nobody will miss out on watching the game. if
I
you're-
think I've seen it. I've seen it, Ian.
I've not seen it.
I've seen
You've seen it.
Where have you seen it?
I don't know, but it's been seen.
When I just went to entrance and I said I want a ticket for the seat for
Yeah.
the North Stand,
Yeah.
and I want so-and-so
Yeah.
seat, you don't actually say, well, are you aware that if the cup match comes along, you won't get that seat, but you'll be allocated one somewhere else? You don't actually
It's
tell
not
them.
all cup.
No, I know that.
No, not all.
I'm playing the devil's advocate as I always do. But you never told it.
Well, it has been said. It might not have been said individually, which is an error.
I think it was one of the talks when we were on about moving.
I think
to
it
North
depends
Stand.
on who you speak to and who you deal
Which
with
will
as
then
well.
lead me on to my next point.
Yeah.
Right?
We can't wait to
Right? Well, you can wait, but I'm going to say it. Right? When I come to buy my ticket for the Donny game, if I'm not sitting there, I've got to sit somewhere else. Well, that end sold out, didn't it? Southend is sold out. Right? So
Not with season tickets.
If they all take them up.
if they all turn up,
Not with season tickets, it's not.
it's supposed to
Well,
be.
season
It's
tickets.
supposed to be, because when I wanted to buy one for that end, it sold out.
Yeah, but Cup, if season ticket holders don't take theirs up, there'll be places in.
Yeah, but as a season told, I'll only have an allotted amount of time. I wanted to get it.
Yeah, but if you then say,
Because they've got to take down, so there's none available after, unless I can take chances away.
but if you like Pete will sort of say, I want to get my ticket to make sure I get in, but then when they're released after season, can I choose one that's not been taken? They'll say yes.
The away bit now, will that be open
Yes, that'll be Chesterfield supporters in block one. Yeah, if needed, yeah.
So that'll be left to last.
Yeah, that'll be the last one that you do. Yeah.
So if there's capacity, if there's need, that'll at least be able to.
So, right, this all comes round to the same thing, right? So when that Dominic match comes on sale, and I want to buy my ticket, I've got to take a seat in a different area of the ground. Yeah?
Yes. Yeah.
Right? So I'm gonna have to pay more than I normally pay to sit somewhere else in East Stand or West Stand.
Well, do you know what the pricing structure is?
Well, I don't know yet, but I'm gonna take a
Okay.
wild guess that they're not gonna sell you a ticket that you say pay.
Well,
It'll be
I
the
don't
same
know.
price for everybody
20,
anywhere in the ground. It's the
22 or
same.
23.
It'll be the same price for anybody in the ground because for the FA Cup, it's always the same price for everybody wherever you sit in the ground.
We haven't released the prices yet because we only just found out. It's a date when the leak.
Today, yeah.
I didn't know if it had gone out.
Yeah,
Yeah, 7:30 on the
about 4
Saturday.
o'clock.
To be fair,
4.
nobody knew until 12:30 was the first
Yeah.
one I got. But it's got to be agreed with Doncaster as well. So if
Yeah.
Stevenage wouldn't agree, that's why the full price.
I understand that.
It doesn't have
We're
to
gonna
be.
argue about that. We charge full price for Mansfield, so we
It
can't
has to be
argue.
agreed.
We can't argue about that. Yeah, right.
Yeah, just
But I'm going to tell you what will happen is I'll not be able to add it onto my season ticket, will I? Because I'm going into a different area, so I'll have to come down here because I don't print at home. I don't do it on phone, so I'll have to pay the extra £2 that I moaned about before.
If you like, I've said this before when people have mentioned digital tickets. If you'd like anything to show you, we do show people like every week. If you don't know how to do a digital ticket, we're more than happy to show you how to do it so that nobody has to pay the £2 because we're more than happy to spend the time to show you how to do it so that everybody can get using print at home tickets.
You can buy it
I don't
over the phone.
You see,
You can scan the
cost
phone.
in for it. Yeah, well, you're talking to somebody who's not technical. I'm not that technical on things like that. I don't bring my phone out and carry it about and glue it to my hand and show it for this and that and other. I'm very old fashioned.
You're going to struggle to get into some places soon if you don't start doing it. I went to a gig on Friday night and it was e-ticket only.
Well, I know.
Just a point, Ian. I'm just looking at the ticketing for the Horsham game last season in the FA Cup at home, and it says the auto windscreens north stand is for away supporters only for this fixture. So season ticket holders in this stand will need to buy tickets for elsewhere in the stadium. So
Even though I've got a season ticket for that last season, I walked down here and bought one at 10 to 3 over the window over there, went to the stand.
Yeah.
But that's not really the case again, Don, is it?
Well, I don't know.
It's 6:30
There were-
kick-off
there were-
on Saturday on TNT. So yeah,
Stevenage.
there's going to be.
Stevenage are fourth in League One and got 2,000 people on Saturday. People treat the FA Cup differently these days. Yeah, go on. Hold on. Sorry, what was that? Yeah, it's only been announced that it's 7:30 on Saturday night.
Yeah, it's 4:04. It was announced. It's on live on TNT. So we're getting TNT money.
We're getting the more when you win as well.
Yeah.
That was the National League on it.
A lot more. A lot more. I think
But
it
not as
was.
much as BBC.
Yeah, about the same. I
I
mean,
think it were.
don't you? I've not looked to be fair this season. 50 grand was what we got for winning.
If clubs get extra money, should we not down for
Not surprising now.
Yeah.
By the way, ladies and gents, important because Ian's raised it about the North Stand is in the customer charter. Says about the North Stand in the customer charter and cup games and the FA Cup. So it does exist. I knew I'd seen it.
I wrote that.
Yeah, and you forgot.
We do see. Yeah, I
That
wrote
was
that.
the debate at the time when they sort of spoke about North Stand is how we sort of cup games out, and it's definitely wrote
That's
down.
why the North Stand season tickets are cheaper.
Yeah.
To compensate.
Because they're cheaper than the South
South
Stand
Stand.
tickets.
Yeah.
Because of that reason.
Oh, I thought that would be because we didn't come around and pull the beer on. That's why we're cheap at the North Stand. We used to trial for 1 week and did away with it, which I'm going to bring up next.
We now get chips and chicken at North Stand.
Yeah, well, you don't. You can get chicken and chips.
Which is better than the West Stand still gets.
Because they only trialled it for 1 week, and then we've knocked it in head after 1 week.
Yeah.
Maybe nobody bought it.
Well, 1 week, nobody probably knew it was going to be there, didn't they? And then the following week, it weren't there.
But that'll be
But we do seem to go around in the same circle, same things.
Yeah, well, Ian, you're bringing up points that are written down that you're saying I'm not seeing it anywhere. Well, you can't look at everything, but it is in the customer charter about the North Stand and the FA Cup.
There used to be written in customer charter that we didn't swap the kit every season, but that's soon got written out and written back in a different way, so they could change the kit every season.
I don't think.
I'm going to tell you now that it used to be in the customer charter.
Did it?
It's actually
Yeah.
60 grand for the second round.
On
For
telly.
TV,
60.
60 on TNT,
Yeah,
additional fee for live TV broadcast.
So beer in the North Stand, real ale.
Yeah,
I think that's
one
because they're trying
match,
to make the family,
and
they're
then it
trying
was
to
done
make
away
it
with.
family.
Then they swapped it to
Yeah.
chicken and chips.
But you got chicken and chips, there you go, which isn't available in the
No,
West Stand. I
I
don't
can
think.
assure you I didn't get chicken and chips.
It's very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
It looked like chicken and chips there all afternoon.
They're very nice. Honestly, very, very nice. The chicken and chips are very nice. Right, yes.
Tapas are brilliant in town.
Yeah, tapas.
I think that's great.
Oh yeah, we've had really
Yeah.
good feedback on that. Really good.
Yeah, the tapas is good.
Someone said on a positive note, can I say how good customer service was when I rang to book extra tickets this week? Answered the phone straight away and tickets
Is that
booked
for
and
Accrington?
sent to my email within a minute.
Right, thank you. There you go.
So,
I've got exactly the same today as well.
Yeah,
Cheers.
and I think the office has got the phones get answered, the emails get answered.
We every
Honestly,
morning we have a
standards
roundup.
raised.
Yeah, it's how many emails on hello, how many emails on tickets, and then the calls as well. So I might answer the phone for. I don't have access to Ticketmaster on my computer, so I might answer the phone for tickets and say, look, I'm really sorry. It might be a question like, when did Doncaster tickets go on sale? And I can say we're not sure yet. It'll be back in the next week. But if not, we've got systems that it gets passed on, somebody will call back. Events, we've got a form, it gets passed on. So everybody is contacted.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in the office area quite often, and there's never times where the phone's ringing off the hook.
No.
it's so much better than it was
Yeah.
I'm really
2
pleased what they
seasons
say.
ago.
I'm really glad that everybody's
And-
seen it as well, because
That
we
should
have.
probably get fed back because we're very quick.
Yeah.
Have we shared the results of the survey? With the
Don't think it's gone
Very
out.
briefly last time. It's still not come out on because it was going to come out on a flip book like the trust policy came out the other day, didn't it? A week or so ago. But
Not to the public.
we because we didn't get a copy of it at the meeting. We've not gone through it in detail because at the last committee meeting, Paul said it to be out
that
sooner
week.
rather than later.
Well, it was supposed to be going out to the staff that week,
Yeah.
and then it was supposed to be going out to everybody.
I'll put where are the survey results.
But there is a certain stat that I would like to pull from it, and it's about the phones.
Because it was 81%
Yeah.
upset, and then this year it's switched around.
Absolutely.
The other way
Yeah.
around, isn't it?
And I think the people who haven't necessarily tried to get in touch because they might think that it is difficult, but it's
No,
When you open the door, Ian,
And
you
it's
need to put your foot in the way of it.
it's something that we've been
I don't
banging
get
on about. I've been banging on about for 15 years
It was.
about communication.
And for the first 14 and a half years, though, she was hanging on the phone.
Yes, I
But
was with you.
it's just literally the last 2 years, bang, and part
But
that's
the whole
trust.
I'll not say who it was because it's the wrong thing to do. But I was in the office one time a while ago, not recently, a while ago, and somebody answered the phone and says, "Oh, yeah, to be honest, that's nothing to do with me." So you've got a small office and everything's to do with everybody. And I did have a go at this particular person at the time, and ever since then, the whole thing. Like you say, everybody's equal. You might have not the knowledge of everything, but you've got the responsibility. Everybody is responsible now, aren't they, for seeing that call through. And poor old Pete is the bane of many things, because so, have you seen that, Pete? Have you replied to that, Pete? Pete, have you done that? So and people follow it through.
Yeah,
they do. I've seen that. I can see that happening on the few times that I go in.
If they can't answer it, you're getting passed on to somebody that can now, whereas before it was left.
And one of the things that will help, of course, is the fact that there's 5,700 season tickets, and of the remaining X amount of thousand that come, a massive proportion of them buy online. So there isn't the volume of calls about tickets. So that's why the cup games will always be the ones that pick up the most, because you've got season ticket holders who aren't always necessarily used to getting a ticket for an individual match. And so problems will occur. So it'll be interesting when we sit down next month.
As
how it's done with
disabled,
Doncaster.
you can't get a disabled and carers ticket online. I think I've managed it once, and was that pre-season game?
Might have been, yeah.
And I got all excited because I thought, I'll be able to, and then I couldn't do the season ticket or out, and it was like,
But out of our 23 opponents, you can probably only do it online at 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah.
Another thing to add is I ring the SLOs before they come here, and you can never get through with them on the phones ever at any club.
And a lot of them are volunteers, and a lot of them are part-time, even if they're employees. So,
I ring the club number.
Yeah.
And I never.
Yes, I'm with you. No, I agree, yeah.
There's always something.
Tranmere was awful to try and get hold of, but they're very nice when they do answer.
I'm lucky that I've got the direct number for them, but football clubs as a whole are very hard to get on the phones.
Anything online that people are bringing up?
No.
Marcia, any more in here?
Talking about tickets, we'll be able to load the cup match for our season tickets because it's been.
Not if you're a North stander.
Correct.
But you don't know how to do it anyway.
Not if you're in North stand, you won't, because you'll have to mess about.
Yeah.
They were having a look at it. I don't know whether they've managed to sort it out or not yet.
Somebody thought that they were doing it for the Mansfield game.
We trialled it with a few people because what we didn't want to do is load all of the games on the season tickets, and then everybody turns up and nobody can get in because it didn't work. I don't even know what.
So when we put out the ticket details, it'd be useful if Nick incorporates whether you can or can't.
Yeah.
So can't we load Donny tickets to season ticket cards, and whichever put on release. Yeah.
Is it got to be on your seat?
Yeah, it has to be the same seat.
Yeah. That's why a lot of day one problems are people who have switched a category or switched seats or something like that. So if you're a junior and moving on to a senior, that all falls down. But it's a change. It's a change that's not the same. Yeah. But it would be good if they can do that. So, but you want to know, because they say what you don't want to do is think you've done it, and it's not happened.
They thought mine was
done.
They weren't sure, but they couldn't be paper.
Because there's no way you can check it out if it's not on. So you can't check until you come to the door.
You used to be able to check because you used to be able to go on
when
it was our season tickets, and you could go onto your account and see which match you'd logged into and which ones you hadn't. And but I think that's a little bit beyond the Ticketmaster at the moment.
It does tell you what your next match is on your season ticket.
Does it?
Online.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, there's
there you go. Oh, well, there you go.
Getting the crew tickets, and it says your next match is.
And it tells you the home games as well, or not?
No,
it's just a non-season ticket.
Yeah.
But it would tell you Burton Albion if you'd bought a Burton Albion one for your season ticket, or maybe not.
But
but the
it
away
wouldn't have
ones.
been season tickets for Burton Albion.
You can tell me travel for an away match. Yeah, if I've got travel.
Does it?
Yeah. Also, your next match is, but it'll say travel.
That was your problem, that you couldn't see the Mansfield one because you had travel booked before the Mansfield game, didn't you, or something?
It wasn't like my email address. It just suddenly stopped sending any communication from the club other than marketing stuff. Anything ticketing related disappeared.
Something changed, so I changed my email address now.
Yeah.
He mentioned that actually, it's something to do with certain emails, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ending of certain emails,
Yeah, mine
some bug in
mine
it.
wasn't one of them.
Was it
Technical
Hotmail?
glitch.
Yeah, or AOL. I mean, AOL always has issues. I've been
Yeah.
through 300,000 years. But maybe iCloud. iCloud's another one that sometimes has issues, doesn't it?
Over tickets.
What?
Do you think other clubs have all this confusion over tickets?
I'll tell you what, probably, Mick. I'll tell you what, Mick. I bet they don't have groups like this that talk about it and then pass it through. Yeah. Yeah. So, and even if nothing gets done, we're saying, hey, it's a problem. It's a problem. It needs sorted. Or explaining, like I say, nobody will mind if you can't load the Doncaster ones up if they know you can't load them up.
Yeah.
They'll moan about it, but you know, it's. If you think it's loaded up and it's not, that's the worst scenario of all. When you turn up and there's 5,000 people turn up and you can't get in because they've not loaded them up and you see the tickets. But I think now it's on telly at 7:30. I don't think you'll have a problem buying one at 10 minutes before kick-off, to be honest.
I think if the price is right, you'll still get.
I think you get a decent crowd, yeah.
The price is
And daft as it sounds here, people turn up when it's on telly.
Yeah.
You know,
If the price is too high, then it won't. But if the price is
Yeah.
a decent price.
And the fact, and because Donny get a chunk as well, do they get the same amount?
I can't remember.
Well, Donny get a chunk, so they're more
They
likely to
get-
say we'll take we'll do it at 15 quid or whatever. Yeah.
It's still 45, 10:45, isn't it?
There or thereabouts, yeah. There or thereabouts, yeah.
40.
After expenses.
Yeah, after.
Because we'll have got nothing from Stevenage because the expenses will have been probably not even. We might have to send them money. Because 2,035 or whatever it was. Having said that, it was £3 million a ticket, wasn't it? So.
That's why.
Oh,
Yeah.
I agree.
You know that, though, is it only the home team now that sets this ticket?
Yeah, it has been for a couple of years, yeah. People always
So it's
assume.
nothing to do with Doncaster, how much we charge?
No, nothing to do with
I
Doncaster.
think they have to agree it.
No, they
Yes,
don't.
you have
They
to
don't.
agree.
There was something.
Yeah, I think it's gentlemen's,
Yeah.
it's still the age of the club, so no Stephen.
The only time they have to agree according to league rules, there might be gentlemen's agreement,
Yeah.
but according to league rules, because I've read them,
Yeah.
is if the home team wants to charge away teams more, away fans more.
Right.
That's the only time you've absolutely got to get an agreement. So that may mean if you put them on the side and it's cheaper than the end,
Yeah.
you have to get an agreement. But if ours are going in the end for this match, and it won't be more expensive on the end, so Chesterfield wouldn't have to have any agreement.
I know
with
I'm
Doncaster.
told that by Stephen's tickets,
We
the
didn't
price
get
were
asked.
because
Yeah.
there's nothing Chesterfield could do about it.
No, there weren't. No.
Out of the 40 games, it was the most expensive
Yeah.
game.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
oh, for the 160th anniversary of the club next year, will the 150th anniversary sign finally get replaced?
No, it'll have a little line
Maybe a-
painted in down the middle of the
Maybe a fan vote
vote
to decide on what could be the next sign, e.g. historic photo or something. Like.
It's a good idea to do something else. I mean,
Yes, yeah, 10 years on, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I agree. Yeah, good point. Well made. Who was that made that point?
Elspire Right 66.
Well done, Elspire, right, 66. So, yeah, that's a good point. Well made, Ian.
On the ticketing thing again.
Yeah.
I think everybody should be really concerned about this trend of things that started to happen. Like we had with West Brom, we had a replay in FA Cup. I know there's no replay. Before you say it, I know there's no replay. Is this, you've got so many tickets, or you've got to buy all to that end.
Yeah.
This is happening in league games. I've read it
Yeah.
this week where Derby are playing Blackburn this weekend.
Yeah.
They've got 2,500 that they've sold in an instant.
Yes.
But if you want rest, you've got to have 7,000.
Yes,
You've
yes.
got to sell them, the club has to buy them.
Yeah.
And then distribute them to their fans.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of clubs do that.
And I think as a club, and fans, we should all be concerned about
Yes.
that. For when you potentially get a big draw in a cup match or something like that.
Yeah.
Should we turn around to Donny and say you've got self-locked, or you can't have it?
No.
That's why a lot of the times, if you
This is
see,
what teams are doing now.
but-
Not saying we should do
Yeah.
it, because I think
Yeah.
it's disgusting.
we
It's-
do release a smaller block initially, and that's like a lot of the teams do, is release a smaller block. And when that's sold out, it's like, right, how many more are you going to sell? Do you think you're going to sell any more? And then it's like,
Yeah, but not every-
I don't,
Rules.
my view are what,
West Brom
Yeah.
would not let us just like you could have played on the day. If you played on the day, it would have took probably 3 times.
But again, it's back on this with the steward. But the footprint at Chesterfield, and you tell me if I'm making wrong assumptions. It'll not happen at Chesterfield because in league games you get your 10%, you get E1, E2. That's it. And for the FA Cup games, you've got to give them 15%, so that's 1,500, and there's only 1,800 in the North Stand. So you can't segregate the North Stand. So they're always going to be able to have 1,800 in the North Stand. So the footprint of our ground at the moment will make that not. Now the footprint is like at West Brom, where it's about opening another block. Could technically be sold to home fans, you know, if they so wish. And Watford was the same. Everybody made an assumption that you can get 6,000 on that end. Well, you can't. You can only get 6,000 on that end if they're all home fans. You can't get 6,000 on that end if there's part away, part home, because there's not enough concourse space to segregate. So at our ground, that's not saying we won't get sucked in somewhere else, but they've still got to give you 15% or 10% in a league game. They can't say you can only have 10% and you've got to buy another 10% if you want to win the FA Cup. I think they'd have to give you 15%, wouldn't they?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So I'm not saying we're not going to get sucked into it with some, but they'll have to give us 10% or 15% before they consider doing that. So yes, West Brom, it was, I know I was in the press area, but it was cheek by jowl there, wasn't it? And people felt it was very uncomfortable. Very, very uncomfortable, if I remember. It's a while ago now, but am I right? I'm not imagining that. Am I?
There was lots of coins thrown.
Yeah, it was coin chucking.
It was coin chucking, was it?
It was tight.
Yeah. Yeah. So you see, if we'd have wanted another block, it'd have meant that they've had to move their fans out. It wasn't a massive crowd. I think they could have done a lot better segregation than they did, but hey, that's their call, not our call. But no, here, because we've got to give 15% away for it. So if we play Man United, they'd still get the North Stand.
We might get Little East as well.
But if it's Man United, we'll sell all of them anyway, won't we? But you know, it may be that if it's a club that has a lot of travelling fans, but not particularly attractive to Chesterfield. I'm not. Sheffield Wednesday, for instance, or something like that. But by the way, you put the Sheffield Wednesday goalkeeper in your goals, he'll let plenty in.
Talking about throwing, does anything come with that happened at the beginning of the season? That bottom.
Oh right, yeah, Cheltenham, yeah.
CCTV, because everybody were doing that, and South thanks to the penalty, and you just couldn't. There's a vape that hit the plane, and you just couldn't see who threw it. Because you've got 2,000 people doing that, so you can see the vape hit the guy, but trying to track it back, you just.
Do you know who did it, but just can't prove it, or don't you even know who did it?
Don't know, because everybody's going like that.
Yeah.
Because.
So they didn't get fined or anything for it.
It's in the referee's report about the players' action, the celebration, because they did it twice.
Yeah. So the referee was relatively sensible about it.
Yeah. In his report, he's basically said
the player was an
player
idiot.
triggered, 2 wrongs to make a right.
Yeah, no.
It shouldn't have been thrown.
Good, yeah.
But especially the match it was.
But if it happens again, somebody will put. The referee might not know that, but the league will know that, won't they? Yeah. So, have we had any other issues like that at all? I don't think we really have.
No, Matt, so somebody's just been banned for the Mansfield game for chewing the pipe at the town centre. In terms of prosecution, that's all we've had this year.
Somebody chucked a pint pot at my car going past Donkey Derby, and I think it was one of our fans, but at least it was plastic.
Oh well,
It threw the whole pint pot at my car.
Was it full?
Full.
Might not have been beer in it.
No, I was just I got my windows up.
It was a £6 pint half an hour earlier.
In terms of prosecution, that's it. Some educational stuff. But yeah, apart from Cheltenham, was it Cheltenham game? Crawley, I think. Apart from the Crawley game, which was the memorial fixture, in terms of stuff that's happened inside the stadium, and yet after the touchwood, been in a really good place.
Seems against Mansfield.
On and off.
Yeah.
Against Mansfield, yeah.
But from our fans' perspective, no arrests in or around the stadium.
One away Harrogate, and that's it away. And we're in F4.
Was the driver True Blue?
Yeah, no, it went into official travel. It was on the train. I mean, up and down the country, Touchwood can really, really good place.
Yes. Yeah.
And let's hope it stays that way.
Yeah, absolutely. So who we got coming up? We've got Accrington and Grimsby.
That's why I was touching wood.
How many tickets have we got?
1,260, that's all the allocations we sold out now.
Yeah.
That's sold.
It wasn't in 10 minutes this time, was it? So if you were
It did
Brighton,
go early, and I'm not sure why it went to early. So there were a few.
but it was hours rather than minutes.
There was some available after the allotted time.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to go jump on that wall again.
But lovely to see you. I didn't even see you.
Yeah, Liverpool under 21s.
Yeah, Liverpool under 21s. I don't think there'll be big issues with that.
Grimsby,
Swindon home.
Crew away.
Yeah, it's November, isn't it? Really, Swindon, Crew, and
Swindon.
and Grimsby. So,
And then, yeah.
if anybody wants, has got a spare day, you can go down and dig the Swindon, because their leading scorer got sent off in the 3-match ban at the weekend, but he'll be back. We could do with a couple of their games being postponed.
Oh, Dringham. Yeah, I have him in my fantasy.
Yeah, he got sent off last minute.
Yeah.
Last minute,
Yeah.
punching somebody.
But it was really stupid, yeah.
Still got through.
Yeah. Well, there were four.
Oldacre scored.
Yeah, Oldacre scored. Yeah. So.
No, Stephen Richards.
No, he's only got 4 goals. He's only scored in 2 games since he went.
got hat-trick, didn't he?
Got a hat-trick against Swindon, but yeah, he's scored more for other teams while he's been here. No, I had an argument with somebody, or not an argument, on social media. So, what Paddy Madden's doing? I said, yeah, he scored once in 35 games or something, And he says, but he does well at our level. So I said, well, at League 2 level, he averages 12 goals a season. Is that brilliant? So he says, you've been looking them up. Yeah, I have, because what you're saying is not true, and I'll prove it. Yeah, well, Accrington have got a 38-year-old and a 39-year-old on their squad. Keneally and who's the other guy that's been there forever?
Somebody wanted to know if we could recall him before Saturday, and it was like, no, we can't recall him before January.
Carlo.
Paddy Madden.
Yeah.
Because they're
Because he scored a goal.
very clever. Yeah. Well, he scored 3.
Okay, any more? Any more for
One
any
thing,
more?
Phil, right, it's probably just me that's thought about this, I don't know. Why don't we have minutes applause or silences for players anymore? Keith Avenham, for instance.
You have to get it approved by the EFL, so it's a bit of a lengthier process. When we was in the National League, we had a lot more freedom.
And one of the things some years ago, and I'm talking about maybe 10 years ago, we came up, it was before the current ownership, before the trust ownership, but we did come up with a bit of a formula, because, where do you draw a line? You've got to draw a line somebody. Would you have a minute silence for, what's his name?
Gary Long.
Yeah, Gary Lund, for instance. Yeah, good point, Gary Lund. I was trying to think of the lad who played 5 minutes as a sub at the end of a match. So he's a player, but and we came up with something that it was, had they played in a championship-winning side or a certain amount of games overall, and most of the players wouldn't qualify for that as a we'll go through the routine for that, and. Keith Avenham would have had a minute silence if Barry would have been here, because he's his favourite ever player. But he, for instance, wouldn't qualify to go on the Wall of Fame because he didn't play enough games. So if it was a Wall of Famer, 250 games or 75 league goals, I'd be knocking on the door saying, "Are we doing this?" Or a champion or something. So if one of the 69-70 players who played 40 games that season dies, I'd be knocking on the door and sort of saying, right, okay, this is a champion who was very much a part of the success, or a cup, a cup win or anything along those lines. And sadly, with that 69-70 side, you're getting more and more towards that happening now. But as you say, it's a more convoluted way, whereas you used to just say to the ref, all right, sure, mate. Because now you get told off if you kick off 3 seconds early. You get told off if you take 3 seconds late. Yeah. So, that's why referees are hanging around for ages.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they've got to kick off. They can't kick off before 3, otherwise you get told off.
Yeah, but it's still in the cup. It's still.
things right.
Yeah, but yeah, and it's you get it when it's on telly, and I get that because they are. But on Saturday they were running around for ages, weren't they? They'd obviously just not quite judged the amount, and it was interesting. We got the briefing, and it sort of said the referee will have a moment silence, not a minute silence, and that'll have been all about. Well, I'll make sure I can kick off on time.
Why there was that Derby Tuesday night? Didn't have a minute silence. Last time it was about 20 seconds. That's probably that same reason.
Yeah. So, and because the pressure. I mean, Man City got fined loads of money for kicking off either late or early. I can't remember which way around it was. Loads of times last season. Late was it?
Yeah. Pep kept them in the
Yeah.
dressing room.
But you see it more and more and more now, and I think Saturday was the most noticeable. I've seen it for a long time because they were messing around for ages before they kicked off on Saturday. But that's what it is, and it is bang on 3 o'clock generally. Anyway, yeah.
Or 7:30.
Or 7:30, yeah.
Which we haven't had for a while.
Well, we don't think we've had 7:30 on a Saturday ever. We can't think of one. Been away, Torquay United away used to be 7:30 on a Saturday night. But I don't think we've had a 7:30 or 7:15, 7:45 on a Saturday before.
Can we push for a floodlight dance before?
Floodlight dance, yeah. Get in early to watch the floodlight dance.
Do you know what?
Got
I'm
it.
going to do it, and I'm going to say, this is for Adam.
So is that poultry? What was the name?
Okay, go on.
Did we have any feedback on the early beer sales at the Andy-Bastone game? When they all gates early and they're supposed to have a thing and you could get your beer. After previous meeting we had here, and somebody said that they couldn't do offers on beers. Somebody at this very meeting last month, the week after, we having a beer sale promotion.
I'm not sure, but we can find out. We can see.
What do we call it? Do we call it happy? Do we call it hours?
On previous meetings, somebody had told us here that you can't do promotions on beer.
You can do promotions as long as it's responsible. So you can't sell a pint at 50p. You've got to be responsible as a licensee holder. So you can do promotions. That's why Derby do £3 beers, don't they?
Do they?
Really good beers. They've also got an event on at the weekend, a buddy event. Everyone's welcome, home fans and away fans.
Is that
here?
At the Derby Top, yeah.
Oh right, okay.
They're doing a
I
buddy
don't know how much they want to advertise now, because you put free food on afterwards.
I did notice that they had advertising for the away fans, and it seemed to be really well received by the away fans.
So each week I make a poster that says we welcome, and then I put the logo on, and it says something like, please treat our facilities and staff with respect and enjoy your day. And then at the bottom it's sponsored by Derby Tuts. It says your away pub is this way, 5-minute walk, or whichever way. We have to make sure we stick them the right way. It also goes on the away TVs on rotation, and we give out flyers to the away fans that have the QR code on. It's just like an understanding that we have a really good relationship with the away club. It keeps all the away fans happy because they go there, and then after the game quite a few home fans go in and you can have that chat of both opinions.
It's actually one of the very few away clubs where home fans go in as well. And
We actually went for the Chester Champs. We went for a drink after to do like very early Christmas party, and it was so busy. And she said, "This is your fault because you've been giving all this stuff. Now you can't get a table."
Oh, they gave you a free pint then.
It's really nice. It's cracking
For the last couple of home games, the sponsors' names as the players have been subbed off haven't been announced.
Yeah, we stopped doing it because we had negative feedback from it. So we've took it off because it didn't work. It didn't look good for the people who were getting mentioned as well as the I don't know where I was going with that, but yeah, we stopped.
It's not us, but we've asked for it up, but maybe just tell them sponsors.
Oh, do they not know? No. I did send something out to them.
But they paid for it. It's
screen, definitely.
Yeah, it's on the screen.
Did they pay extra for it? Did they pay extra for it, or was it just part of the overall deal? Part of the deal, yeah.
It did. I don't think it got started, did it?
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
it got missed.
We did
Well,
do
I think it got,
It was difficult to get started, then
Yeah.
it got started.
I mean, the thing is, if you make a quadruple substitution, it's flipping difficult as well. Logistically very difficult, I would have
I
thought.
think it was, I only heard it 1 or 2 matches.
I don't hear it having headphones on. But yeah, it'd be worth, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Mention it all the time.
Yeah. Well, if outside the meeting you want to mention who it might be, so at least you can target it. You will not say it publicly. Yeah.
It's probably loose sponsors.
Yes. Okay. Are we done?
Yes.
Thank you very much. Back in whenever it is in December. And Lucy, thank you again. Four.
So, yeah, I'll see you.
It's before Donny game,